last episode of this epic journey along the Oldham, Ashton and Guy Bridge Railway was viewed when Lee and I took a look at the viaduct at Park Bridge Station, along with the Oldham end of the station. Well, today we're going to continue the journey. Today we're going to take a look at the Ashton end of the station, the surrounding things that are left. In particular, we find out what happened to the signal box there, and we're going to probably move on from there a little bit as well. So stay tuned, it's coming up now.
Okay, so here we are. We're on the Ashton side of the Medlock Valley now. So this is where the viaduct would have started. You can see now it's starting to slope down, and back there is Park Bridge Station. So we'll go take a look at that shortly, but let's have a little look down here first, because I'm pretty certain, I've been down here once or twice before, I'm certain that we have remnants of the viaduct. So let's have a little look. Okay, so we're just a few yards down the embankment now. As we start to walk down, that's facing back towards Park Bridge Station, and it's the Medlock Valley. Now as we walk down, we should start to see some remnants. As I say, I've been down here once or twice before, and the first pillar is at here. Some pillars. Okay, so this would have been the first pillar for the first arch, and yep, there we go. It's amazing, isn't it? 162 years later, it's still, albeit in quite a sad form, but it's there to see. So yeah, that would have been the first pillar for the first arch, which would have been right here, and then obviously it carried on right across the valley to the other side. That's Oldham. Okay, so this is the track bed again. That's where the viaduct would have started. There's some lovely pictures actually from this angle, which I'm sure Dave will be included in the video. And it's obviously all this was open. Station houses to the left. I'm not going to point the camera at it now because it's a private dwelling. But station houses to the left, and then straight on we would have had Park Bridge Station. Now there's still lots of remnants. But no, you won't believe it just looking at it, because it's quite overgrown. Here's not too bad, but further along is awful. We'll trundle on, and in a moment you should start to see some of the original railway fencing, and again these show up in the pictures quite nicely. So there we go. Those wooden pieces there, that's the original fencing from the railway, right there. Pretty rotten, but they're still standing. There we go. So again, some of the old pictures will show that, and also we have this thing. It would have been a pulley wheel for the signals, and it is nicely marked as well. If you can just pull this moss off, you should be able to see. There we go. Look at that, what a find. So yeah, the remnants are still here. Open your eyes wide enough and you will see them. Okay, so now we're heading towards where the main station building would have been. It's right in this area. Again, a lot of stonework visible there, and on this side would have been timber platform and the timber waiting room. So again, here we're right in the middle of the track bed. When it gets really, the undergrowth gets really thick here. More stonework there. So again, more stonework there. So this is where the original station building would have been, and yeah, we're going right along the track bed now. It gets really difficult to get through here. So yeah, there you go. just now I'm up where the platform would have been, which took us down to Ashton-under-Lyne. I don't think there's any trains coming, do you? So yeah, if we move on ever so slightly, it should take us to where the signal box was. So we're going to have a little look at that, and then I'll pass you back on to my mate Dave.
So this incline now is coming up the other side where Park Bridge Viaduct ended. There was a signal box as well, and I think part of it still remains. It did last time I was here anyway, so we'll see about that. There were also some spurs that went off at the back of the station sidings. I don't know whether this would have been the junction or not, but there's a good chance it might have been. Anyway, we'll carry on. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Some old bullhead railway lines. 3 sections there. You can just make out the one at the back, covered in moss. And there's one there, and one there. There's a find. Oh, and another piece over there, look. See it? So we'll carry on after that little bit of excitement. See if we can find the remains of the signal box.
As you can see, this would have been the path, the direction of the sidings. So those sidings would have took goods down to Park Bridge Ironworks. So the pathway here, when it turns off, when it bursts to the left, sorry, bursts to the right, that follows the pathway of the sidings. So coming from down that way, the train track would have went down there through the trees. And right here, we should see the remnants of the signal box. This is brilliant.
A minute, I've just seen something in the bush there. Let me take a check. No panic, there's only a couple of birds of the winged variety. Can't remember where the signal box was. It was somewhere around this area. It looks like a little flat area. No remains though, I'm afraid, that I can see anyway. And this flat area over here looks promising. Let's see what. There's a brick. I'm not saying that means any. Oh, and there's some piece of stonework there, look. Don't know what that's for. And another piece of stonework over there. Now there's a sleeper. Or is it wooden? Aha, there we go, look. I think I found it. Yeah, there it is. That's the stonework for it. You see the stonework? It's totally covered in moss, but you can see it there. Step down. This is the site of the old signal box, and oh, there we go, there's the brickwork. See, it's difficult for me to get through because it's well shielded, but if I zoom in on it you can see it. There's the brickwork, and that makes sense. This is the flat area. See if I can go down there and see anything else. This is the actual remains of the signal box at Park Bridge Station here. So you can see the brickwork still there. There's some remains from the rod points from the signal box. signal box just over here. This is the remains of the signal box right here. Now I'm actually standing on one side as well, see that? This is a row of brickwork as well here. Difficult to make out. But I found the signal box. Excellent. Just over to this side of it as well, you'll see there's another remnant from the railway. Look, that looks like an old sleeper with a metal spike in it. Could have been something to do with the signal box, I don't know. I reckon there's many an old railway man can tell you some stories here. So where that tree is now, you can see the rectangular shape now of the signal box. This shows the signal box that I was talking about. Now if you look in front of it, there's a wooden hut there, and that's on some sleepers. So I'm assuming that the sleeper that I saw could have been the support for this particular hut. Now this view of the station and the signal box is from the Ashton end. Here we see a Fairburn loco 42114 from Lees, and it's heading a Huddersfield to Stockport service through Oldham, and this is just stopping now to pick up passengers from Park Bridge. So we move on from the signal box, and you know what, it's becoming a nice day now. I've been going quite a while now, well over an hour. I'm getting a little bit on the tired side. Still, it's a nice walk, it's a nice day, and we found some interesting facts and relics. This photo was taken south of Park Bridge Station, and this is looking towards Guy Bridge. I think this is a locomotive that's coming on the down line. It's coming in backwards towards Park Bridge Station, and it's, as you can see, it's just a two coach train, and this was taken around, I would think, in the 1950s, something like that.
Okay, so there we go. Hope you enjoyed that, short and sweet, I know, but a little bit of useful information. So yeah, as you can see, there's quite a lot to see along this old railway line. There's still evidence of it. So yeah, next time you're walking along here, then keep your eyes open. You never know what you might see. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll hand you back to Dave. See you now.
I can see this path inclines very shortly. That means there's a bridge coming up. Well, there used to be a bridge. I should say there used to be a bridge, because I don't think it would incline if it was still going over the bridge. And this would have been Alt Lane. Yep, that's it. So this line would have carried on at the level I'm at now, but because it's gone and access is needed for walkers and stuff, then it goes down at a rake, and then it goes up the other side at a rake as well. And they've made quite a nice walk out of it, actually. And there's the remnants of the bridge. Proper stone construction, as it should be. They don't build them like that now, do they? Just in case you wanted to see what the bridge did look like before it was partly demolished, this is a view of Alt Hill Road Bridge, and it's taken from the Park Bridge end, so it's looking up towards Lees New Road. Here's the other side too. Just imagine an LMS saddle tank puffing over there in all its glory and heading on its way up this road here, which goes to Ashton, and this leads you to Oldham Road Station eventually. That will be the next part of the journey. Okay, let's start then. So, nice to see that they're using some of the old stuff here. I love to see that recycled, all those sleepers, railway ties. You know what, there's a bench there. It's time I took a rest. So I'm going to do that and I contemplate.